And everybody has the right to fail. You learn something from that also. This is one of those wonderful occasions where it all came together.
The music is the Concerto No. 1 in D-flat major, Opus 10, by Sergei Prokofiev. The musicians are students at the Cincinnati School for Creative and Performing Arts. These kids are playing music well over the heads of most students their age, and magical performances like these are almost commonplace here. The School for the Creative and Performing Arts is unique. Educators from all over the country flock here to Cincinnati to see how and why it works.
10 years ago, this school didn't exist. Well, the old building was here, but the school wasn't. In 1973, the Cincinnati Board of Education began creating a group of alternative schools designed to achieve racial balance in the district. SCPA was one of them. There was a compelling motive to do it. The NAACP had just filed a desegregation suit, and the board hoped these new schools would help its defense. The suit, by the way, is still dragging through the courts.
SCPA began as the dream of this man, Principal Bill Dickinson. Years ago, Bill saw his own promising career as a concert pianist lost because his public school teachers didn't have the time or talents necessary to give him what he needed.
I want to be able to give them my hunger. Most of them have it already. But I want to be able to then translate that hunger into action. I want the excitement, but I also want the discipline that this place can provide for the kids to be able to take with them when they go out into the world. There's a lot of talk about starving artists. I don't think we're producing starving artists in this school because we're producing artists who are practical. And if that means doing a commercial for dog food instead of being able to do Hamlet, you do it because it's all part of the whole game that we call showbiz. We can provide an atmosphere that does not say that a male dancer is a sissy. We give them an atmosphere of challenge in theory, in technique, all of the things that you normally have to pay large sums for private lessons. We can give to students tuition free.
The school is located in one of Cincinnati's toughest neighborhoods, but that doesn't seem to bother the students much. Each morning they eagerly pour through the doors headed for a day filled with every conceivable arts discipline.
The ballet program in our school was probably unique in that we have tried to bring into our school, into the United States, the system which exists in the most famous schools in Europe. And there are 9 levels. The students start and get, from the very beginning, a real good classic training. Plus they have folk classes and they have classes in modern dance. Plus there is an overlap in this school. Everyone has to take dance. Actors have to take it, artists have to. So it's a very unique program in that the teachers have to be multi-talented. had a student who is now at Central State, and he's really very successful in the visual arts as a painter. And when he came to us as a sophomore, he could not read. It was not important for him to read. Survival was important, getting something to eat. But here's a young man now who was such a fine painter that one day I said to him, well, how will you ever be able to read a contract? How will you ever be able to know what people are saying to you about how much I can pay you for something if you can't read? And we found somebody who would tutor him, and all of a sudden it just turned on and became an excellent student. It made sense to him why he needed that. Stagecraft, that's a direction we really want to go into like a steamroller. We really want that to be a big part of our school, because I think there's a need in the professional world today for people who are trained craftsmen like that. We have every year been able to obtain scholarships for every one of our students who are graduating who have been in stagecraft.
Yes, it is.
I feel faint!
In the drama department, the teachers have a lot of background in the theater outside of here, and they understand how difficult it is, so they demand a great deal. Young children must have things set on them, and then you slowly go on withdrawal from that and let them become more and more creative with it. You take a young child and you teach them all of the mechanics of it. They have lots of creativity. They're uninhibited. By the time they are in those years where they're the most inhibited, which would be about 15, 16, they know how to let go without letting it all fall apart. That's why we're so pleased that we get children in the 4th grade. The music program is in 2 parts. You have vocal music and you have instrumental music. These children are given every advantage over other people who come out of high school. The student gets music fundamentals, music theory, composition, conducting. So when they go to college, other students who have not had any of this sit there and they're amazed at our students. It's a requirement that our students all sight read, be able to play an instrument. So they have like a 3-year jump on other students.
Behold and believe.